Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Miles Killebrew with a pick. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. It put their defense in a really tough spot.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it in without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives. And
I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Don't get nervous.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. And that's the 30-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
And the Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
30. Check, check. 40's mine. 40's a mine. 40's a mine.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Now a first down carry by Jones. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
7 at the 34-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
That's good for the Packers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And Detroit getting set to go now. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes. We're trying to put them on the ground.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford complete outright to Kurz.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down, Lions.
Red 80. Hey. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Stafford on first down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Easy. 44.
Now it's Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Stafford now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Stafford now to throw. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down, but they'll get it back.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford, and this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This one from 35 yards away. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, switch gear.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. The ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
You ain't going nowhere.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Off the bootleg. Rodgers rolling to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turned it into a short gain.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Check nickel.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Hey, team 6.
Rodgers now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Trey Flowers able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long.
Just like that.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check. Switch.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Set. Lady.
44. I'm up. You better bring it.
Hey.
Staying open.
Hurry up. Get on.
From the 27, Stafford steps away to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Alert. Smooth. Hey.
Watch the pass.
Hey, 22.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Preston Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, Oftentimes, the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Miles Killebrew with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Preston Smith able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on 1st down, Stafford, he's got his man. It's Curse. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now Stafford. The quick slant caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Lions add on to their lead.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
Extra point good by Prater. And that makes our score 17-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team is playing excellent defense. Great.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Powering his way forward. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
At the Lions' 13-yard line.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's Rodgers. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready? Blue 16! Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
And middle.
Throwing here, Stafford. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Lions' 1st and 10.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Stafford. And this is caught by Curse. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
He goes, set, lady. Easy alert.
Now Stafford. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
44, Mike, 44. Rip left. Middle.
Stafford now to throw. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Prater for the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Double dog, that's the way.
Hey, take 26.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, flex. Hey, 88.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made Gold now out to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Let's go, D.
Yeah, Lynn. We're gonna do it.
Rodgers now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught at the 25. It's a gain of 35. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check four.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with the new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance.
And he's got the connection to the tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Packers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up. To the 29-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Two. Check 11. Check 13. 65.
They begin the drive with Coleman. They'll have a first down past the 40. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, 71 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the...
And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Solomon Thomas in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Forced out to his left. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
I think he's a little trigger-happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. On third down, here's Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still fourth down upcoming. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash, this from 53. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range.
And this is going to be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. D Ford able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Open man is Allison, complete. Rodgers to Allison, good for a Green Bay first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And able to find Graham, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end, Graham. Packer first down. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defense. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Solomon Thomas able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing is Rodgers. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99. Undercrush.
12, fellas. Here we go. 21. Hey, alert.
Kill. Hey, Chad.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Here we go, here we go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now on 2nd and 13, Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Smith, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I got you. 11. We got to get the ball.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Davis now to return it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kick.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you get a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Here we go. 13. Bravo.
Coming after you. I'm coming after you. 24 is the mic. Hey, here we go. 24 is the mic.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
It's your time, baby. We did it.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
Intercepted by the 49ers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You got 58.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Shit. Lock. Hey, gun.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there. Jam him.
It's a run by Coleman to start the third quarter. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now on 2nd and 16. Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Williams. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Well, a tackle that time by Akella Witherspoon. The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line and linebacker 2nd level in the secondary, the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. He's to the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 22-yard scamper. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is taken at his 4. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. He's got a first down past the 30. And all the way up to the 46. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Garoppolo now. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Josh Jackson. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Jones. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. Now Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A 4-yard touchdown run. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Crosby connects on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. Here we go. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And he whips that one incomplete there. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. With it is Brown. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 2.
The Packers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's third and 2. Here's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was third and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Single. Key 26, key 26.
65. Hey, Echo.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23.
12. Go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it go again. And my goodness, another interception. Kevin King with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, watch this.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, Alpha.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Garoppolo on first down. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
24 is the mic.
Here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Check three.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage there to knock that one away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Hey, Haywood.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Trent Taylor, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
One, Omaha.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. Rashawn Gary. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
18. Over here.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll go again to Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
He was brought down by G. Ward.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers looking to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Witherspoon on the coverage.
The Packers on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
He was covered by Richard Sherman.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's got Adams on the hookup. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Rodgers now on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though.